Hey guys, so I don't know if you've had a chance to have a look at the website by logging into it, or if you're just looking at the coming soon page. But I'll go over the homepage later on because that will get done once everything's in and we can tie everything together. But as you see over here, we've got the Mercer and Mercer SVG animation. I've added a few extra things into the website as well, so I'll run you through those. So homepage, I won't go down just yet. On the left-hand side, we've put a messenger button, so people can just talk to you via Facebook Messenger. And that's a floating button, so it'll just always stay there. It's just that because when you scroll down on the right-hand side, we'll have a jump to top button. I'll show you that. So on mobile, it was kind of covering it. So now on mobile, we've got the messenger button on the left, and then we've got the scroll up button on the right. There you go. About us, I don't know if you guys want that image changed to something of you guys, or if you're quite happy with just having these stock images. Scroll down. I didn't really want to use this image, but I think it looks good now, which is why I was asking for a 3-person shoot. But we can always change that later on. I have implemented one of these Typeform forms. So I've got one for buyers, one for sellers, and one for developers. So these are the forms that I need the questions for, just so we can put the logic into the form. So I'll show you what I mean. So if you go like this, you can start adding your answers. And it's kind of animated, so it just keeps people happy. So these kind of questions. So what kind of questions do you want to be asking your sellers? What questions do you want to be asking your buyers? What questions would you like to be asking your developers? Those are the questions that we need to have in there. So we've got options like putting in multi-choice questions or having rating scales or dates. So like in this one, I put in when would the person like to move out by, and they can just add the date in. Down here is you guys. So I wonder if you have like a clear background image, so then everyone looks the same. Because at the moment it looks a bit odd. As we go further down, I've taken some articles and put them into the blog. Blog moves like that. Further down, we've got just contact information, and then on the right-hand side, we've got the Facebook feed. So this will just make it wider, so it's just like a little squat column. But on mobile, it does something like this. Which I think would be fine, because mobile screen width is about this. Then we go for sale. Oh yeah, with this, with the logo up here, I wonder if you want the golden one or if you want this one. I think this one kind of stands out more than the golden one would, but we can always change that. There's the for sale area. These labels, do you have any input as to what color you'd like for them? Because these can be changed as well. Just the for sale featured. I've tried like yellows or reds, but they kind of clash with the blue gray of the rest of the site. We can just load more if they're more for sale. So over here, I've put in a mortgage calculator so people can just have a look, see how much their repayments are going to be. Mortgage calculator there, a form for people who want to be buying property. So again, need questions for this one. First name, last name, email, what their ideal property would be, what their budget is, what general area they're looking for, how soon they'd like to move on it. Further down, it just figures out what recent properties the person's been looking at and just displays them here for them. Over here, we've got the icons for bed, bath, land area. We'll have car in here as well. In this one, it gets kind of squishy, so we haven't put the icons in there. And then recently sold. So I managed to put that GIF in there. Again, all the sold. So the sold button, if you have any suggestion as to what color you'd like, or if you'd like it a bigger kind of icon, you can put that in. And scroll down, pretty much the same. So again, on mobile it does this. So now if I show you one of the properties, maybe that one. Most people will be browsing on mobile, so I'm showing you the mobile view of it now. People can go through all the different images. It can open up into a bigger thing. So say if they're looking on desktop and they're on desktop, have a look. It just opens a light box for them. And then here again, the mortgage calculator, you've got the address, details about it. If you have any additional information about the property, they'll go in here. I've got the map view, but I'll probably just use Google Maps for that one. But the extra thing that I've put in is this. I've connected an API into Yelp with the website. So now whenever you have a property listed, it will show the person sort of the closest things that come under education. I don't understand if Snow Planet's education, but Yelp considers it education. Food, health, medical just gives the person more information about the property. And you got your contact info. So the user can select if they just want to mail Jock and Rachel, they can do that. And then the emails will come out to you guys. Request information, the website will log who has sent through the email, and either we can have you guys manually send them back some information, or we can have a twofold. So one way, as soon as they send an email through, they'll get an information pack about the website, about the property, and then after that you guys can follow up. So sell with us. So this is another page that I need information. This one and Developer Center are pages that I need information for. So sell with us. Got that. We've got the recent people. Can add more images in there. Your sales process. So need like the step-by-step as to how you guys do it. So I figured it's appraisal, listing, marketing, negotiation, and closing. But if there's any special stuff that goes on in there, if I could just have that information. Your recently sold properties show up down here. And someone's ready to sell, they can just go into this form and just fill it out for you. And Developer Center. So I figured we'd just have a separate page for developers where we can have information for them about with links out to sort of council law, what the process is to subdivide a property. And then over here, I want one of these forms to be for people who already have large pieces of land. So they can come into the Developer Center, and then on the right-hand side, we can have another type form for them where they can fill out that, oh, I want to sell my block of land. But even if it's not a form, because some people might not want to fill out a form, if we just had an info pack somewhere over here, so probably under these questions. So these questions would be for people frequently asked questions about how to go about developing a site, or what the process is to sell with you as a developer. And then under here, we could have two tiles. One could be for developers to download an info pack, and the other tile would be for sellers of land to download an info pack. And through that, we'll collect their email address. Yeah, I think that would probably be better than getting people to fill out forms for this. And yeah, instead of these images of just real estate, just individual houses, if we could just have some images for the past developments that you've worked on, and that would be good. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have the login details to this, but I'll send them through to you. And if I could just have some feedback on this, as well as the text information and anything else that you guys may have, I can have that plugged in and we can have this live. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Cool.